In my past life, my best friend and I married twins at the same time. We shared secrets, complained about our husbands, and teamed up to outsmart our overbearing mother-in-law. It was truly enjoyable until the day I nearly died giving birth to twins. As I lay on the brink of death, my best friend cradled my newborns and revealed the cruel truth. Thank you, Bianca, for giving me such adorable twins. You had no idea, did you? The twins only ever loved me. If I had the ability to give birth, we wouldn't have used you as a tool to have kids. You are poor and have never been loved, so it was far too easy to manipulate you. Even the way your husband loved you. It was all my idea. I planned every move he made. Oh, and every time you two were intimate, I was watching through the cameras every single time. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the day I met my best friend. I had lost so much blood that a weightless drifting sensation overcame me in my daze. I thought I saw my mother, or rather the version of her I had always imagined. It felt like a cruel twist of fate, a cycle doomed to repeat itself. In my final moments, I mustered the last of my strength to plead with Sophie Reed, my best friend. My voice trembled with desperation. Please, let me see my children just once. Just one look at the children. Just once, just one look at the children I gave my life to bring into this world at Akik. But Sophie only smirked, her voice sharp and triumphant as she said, once you are gone, they'll be mine. You are a pathetic woman who crawled out of a backwater village. What gives you the right to touch my man? What gives you the right to bear the Lewis family's children? I stared at her, unblinking, as life slipped away from me. I thought I heard the doctor recording my time of death, followed by a sigh. Here is plenty of blood available in the bank. They don't seem like a family that's struggling for money. Why would they just give up on saving her? When I opened my eyes again, I was surrounded by the blinding flashes of cameras. The lights made my head spin. My Aunt Maya Sinclair nudged me and whispered, Bianca, are you so happy you've lost it? The reporters asked you some questions. How does it feel to achieve the top score in the city's college entrance exams and get accepted to Neighbor College? Do you have any advice for the younger students? I had been reborn. It was the day I received my acceptance letter from Aberk College. This day had been the brightest moment of my 18 years. School leaders congratulated me. Reporters interviewed me. Younger students looked up to me with admiration, but it was also the day that sealed my fate 12 years later, because today I would meet Sophie for the very first time, just as in my previous life. The next moment, Sophie entered the room with her father, Edward Reed. The reporters immediately turned their cameras on them, clearly familiar with Edward. Edward exuded an air of sophistication and affluence, the perfect image of a successful man. And Sophie, she was radiant, a vision of elegance in her pure white princess dress. She walked up to me with a graceful smile, effortlessly casting me into the shadows with her mere presence. Edward addressed the reporters with a warm practice smile. My family roots are here in Willowbrook. When I heard that a fellow native from our modest hometown had achieved the top score in the city, how could I not come to congratulate her? On behalf of Reed Group, we will be awarding Miss Sinclair a $50,000 scholarship. This will allow her to focus entirely on her studies at Haber College and contribute to her hometown and our nation upon her graduation. My daughter Sophie has also been accepted into Aberk College. You'll be classmates from now on. I hope you'll get along, support each other, and bring pride to Willowbrook. In my previous life, this was how it played out. With this grand gesture, Edward tied me to Sophie under the guise of generosity. I had been deeply grateful for Reed Group's sponsorship. During my college years, Edward tirelessly to play the role of Sophie's good friend, her loyal sidekick. Sophie, along with the Lewis family's twin brothers, Jonathan Lewis and Xavier Lewis, formed an inseparable trio. Namely, I was drawn into their circle when Sophie started dating Jonathan. She pushed me toward his younger brother, Xavier Schauf. We both married into the Lewis family, becoming sisters-in-law. It wasn't until I died on the delivery table that I finally understood. From the very beginning, I had been nothing more than a pawn in their game, the convenient scapegoat and a vessel for their schemes. Unlike my past self, who had silently accepted this arrangement, I gathered my thoughts and turned to face the cameras. My voice was steady and composed as I said, "Thank you, Mr. Reed."